Sikh network ने इत्थे कीता हैगा along with the APPG parliamentary group for Sikhs सारे ने रल मिल के एक इंटरफेथ इवेंट कीता हैगा इत्थे जिथे इन्होंने कई कुछ लॉन्च करना ते तुसी देख रहे हैगे आ KTV Sky Channel 771 ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੁਲਾਕਾਤ ਕਰਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅੱਜ ਆਏ ਆ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛਦੇ ਆ ਅੱਜ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਆ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਮਨਵੀਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਨੂੰ ਆਖੂੰਗਾ ਮਨਵੀਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ for Sikh network Buddy, this looks like a great event. Just tell the Sangta what they're in for today.
Sure, so this is our annual Guru Nanak Dev Ji Gurpurab celebration. Obviously it's heightened significance because of 550th year anniversary, so we thought we'd change it rather than doing it in Parliament. Mayor of London Sadiq Khan said, look, we'll offer you City Hall if you want it, take it, and it's a much more informal venue than the House of Parliament, and as you can see it's been well attended again. It seems to be more and more so every year. I guess this year we're going to be talking about the relaunch of the Sikh manifesto. There's a UK Sikh survey that's out. Obviously we've got acknowledgements from all the political parties in here as well, which is fantastic, but I think the focus for us as always is about what the politicians can do for our community. We're not here for our self-interest personally. It's all about Panth really and what we can achieve for the Panth. If it's a requirement around Sikh ethnicity or if it's around human rights abuses here or around the world, we've used the manifesto, we've produced the manifesto to highlight those issues and say to the UK government, look, as we move forward for the next 5 years, this is what we need to achieve. So that's effectively where we are.
It's a fantastic job. This is great. This is one of those events where you're getting non-Sikhs also learn about the Dharam and manaying Tanta Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Gurpurab, but bringing everyone together. That's exactly what Maharaj's message was all about. And not only that, you've worked with 7 different organisations in doing that.
Yeah, so I think that's the really refreshing thing about this year. Obviously Singh Sabha in Southall has been a part of this journey for a long period of time, but more so this year. We've got the launch of the Guru Nanak Global Seva Trust, which was announced not too long ago, but is now formally being set up and kind of registered, and is now moving forward to a point of actually commencing work. So we've obviously seen Kartarpur come to life and the corridor come to life, but there's more work to be done with regards to sites of Sikh significance and historical significance. And again, it's all about community and what we can achieve for the community. I think we've been doing this for 5 years, but I think we can chart the rise of Sikhs over that period of time at least, where Sikhs are now more prominent. And in a respectful way as well, and not just in the UK. You look at Jagmeet Singh on the other side of the world, and taking away the politics of it, you've still got the star-wearing Amritdhari Sikhs at the forefront of politics, and that's so in a very significant way, given his views on various issues around human rights that tie into the things that we're working on here as well. So it's all great.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Manohar Singh. Waiguru Ji Ka Khalsa, we're on KTV right now. Just tell us, you had an incident earlier on this year where it was a racist incident. ਸਾਸੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਾ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਕਿ ਬੱਚੀ ਪਾਰਕ ਤੇ ਖੇਡਣ ਗਈ ਸੀਗੀ, ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਮੈਂਟ ਕੀਤੇ ਵੀ ਇਹਨੇ ਦਸਤਾਰ ਪਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਆ, ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਖੇਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੀ, ਪਰ ਇਹ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ ਇੰਨਾ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਾਪੇ ਸਹੀ ਗਾਈਡੈਂਸ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਇਸ ਕਾਰਨ ਇਹਨੇ ਇੰਟਰਨੈਸ਼ਨਲੀ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਫੁੱਟਬਾਲ ਕਲੱਬ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਫਾਈਟਿੰਗ ਅਗੇਂਸਟ ਰੇਸਿਜ਼ਮ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ. ਸੋ ਪੁੱਤ, just introduce yourself, your name and how old you are.
Waiguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waiguru Ji Ki Fateh. My name's Mansimra Kaur. I'm 10 years old. So I was at a park and I was playing, and then I went to a group of kids and I asked if I could play. They replied, no, you can't play because you're a terrorist. This really upset me, but I didn't really do much about it. So the next day I went back and I was playing with a little girl, and then so I was playing with her, and then her mum called her over and said, sorry, you can't. So called her over, whispered to her something like, she's dangerous, you can't play with her. So the girl came up to me and said, sorry, I can't play with you because my mum said that you're dangerous. This left me heartbroken. So when I was in the car going home, my dad noticed something was that I was really upset kind of thing and I wasn't myself. He asked me and then and then I told him, and then the next day we made a video and then it went viral and then we got invited on the news and papers and things like that.
ਇਹ ਸਾਸਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ ਕਿ ਛੋਟੀ ਬੱਚੀ ਦੇ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਮਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਹੌਸਲਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਹੈਗਾ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਫਾਈਟ ਕੀਤਾ and now she's working with different football clubs across the country fighting racism. Thank you so much and my ਮਾਂ keep you ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਜੀ. Thank you. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋ ਮੁੱਛਾਂ ਮੇਰੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਪਰ ਆਹ ਵੀਰ ਦੀਆਂ ਮੁੱਛਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦਿਖਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਲੁੱਕ ਆ that is remarkable. ਭਾਜੀ first of all ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. How did you get those ਮੁੱਛਾਂ?
ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲੇ.
It's a great event. It's nice to bring everyone together and celebrate Tan Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Gurpurab. What would you like to say in regards to this event where they do every year bring everyone together?
Definitely, I'd like to wish all the Sangat around the world, all the KTV viewers, a very happy Gurpurab. This is a remarkable year for the Sangat. So many amazing things happening, everyone excited, and here we go. We've got Peter Virdi here, who's been so involved in the Kartarpur project also. We're looking to do more and more things to open up access to the Gurdwaras. We've set up the Guru Nanak Global Seva Trust, and as you're aware, there are pledges of 500 million towards restoring our Gurdwara Sahibs in Pakistan and getting access back for the Sikh community and beyond for the whole of humanity. 70% of our historic Gurdwaras are in Pakistan, and we should have Khula Darshan, and they should be under the control of Sikhs. So that's our wish for going forward from this Gurpurab.
Okay. That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Wahigguru ji ka fateh. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਭਾਜੀ ਅਸੀਂ KTV ਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫਰਸਟ ਆਫ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ because you're doing a fantastic job by bringing over 500 million pound into Pakistan and you're giving access to not just the Sikhs but the world to back to those Gurdwara Sahibs that have been neglected for so long. So what would you like to say at the moment because Kartarpur Sahib ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੁਣ ਕੋਰੀਡੋਰ ਖੁੱਲਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਮਾਰਜ ਬਹੁਤ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੋਗੇ?
ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਵਿਊਅਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ ਕਰਤਾਰਪੁਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕਿਆ ਬਹੁਤ ਆਨੰਦ ਆਇਆ what an amazing job both sides have done the Indian side congratulations to Prime Minister Modi and then congratulations to Imran Khan ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਕੀਤਾ they greeted us with a lot of love and respect and it's something to actually aspire to what they've done there in the space of 9 months.
ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਈ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਆਏ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਵੀ ਆਉਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਸਦੀਕ ਖਾਨ ਨੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਣੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਸਦੀਕ ਖਾਨ ਹੁਣ ਆ ਗਏ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਸ ਨਾਲ ਛੇਤੀ ਗੱਲ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊ ਕਰ ਲਈਏ ਜਸ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਫਤਿਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੁੱਖ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ ਸਿੱਖ ਨੈਟਵਰਕ ਦਾ fantastic achievement here. Look at the Sangatan that brought together. Absolutely amazing job. What would you like to say, Sikh Sangatan watching at home?
I think this, first of all, this is about Guru Sahib Ji. 550 saal Gurpurab Day. What we're trying to do is just here in London, mark it in the UK. We've normally held this event in Parliament to show politicians of what the message of Guru Sahib is, that we stand against oppression and tyranny and for all mankind. And in today's world, that message is even more necessary. So today, this year, we've done the event in City Hall, which is the iconic building in London and home of the Mayor of London. As you can see, we've got a much bigger venue here, and we're delighted to have so much of the Sangat from across the UK here in attendance. And we've got a great programme. We've got Manika Kaur performing Kirtan today, by Satpal Singh doing a keynote speech on Guru Sahib's teachings and life. Hopefully we'll all have a great evening.
Excellent. Thank you so much, buddy.
It's really good to see so many people come out today, all for different reasons. I'm here today for the Free Jaggi Now campaign to raise awareness about Jaggi. It's been 2 years since our brother's been detained and nothing's happened. We need to keep raising our voices, keep raising awareness and letting people know that he needs to come back home. But not only that, about the 5 Singhs who were targeted because they were quite active in Jaggi's case, and one of those people is Deepa Singh, who's also been targeted today, and we need to stand by our brothers and keep raising our voice. And coming to an event like this, it's really important to keep those voices alive and let people know what is happening within the Panth.
I think it's important purely to raise awareness for non-Sikh people, and I think it's helpful for networking as well when Sikh people come together, because there's some people that we don't really know and they're all from different organisations, so it's good in that sense too. And the main one is Guru Nanak Dev Vadiyai hundi hai.
ਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਵੀ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਭਾਜੀ, ਬਿਕਸ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਟੀਮ ਸਾਰਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਤਰਮ ਸੇਵਾ ਰੈਕੋਰਡਸ, ਐਬਸੋਲੂਟਲੀ ਅਮੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਜੌਬ। ਸਾਧ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਇਹ ਵੀਰ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਨੂੰ, ਆਪਣੇ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਨੂੰ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਤੱਕ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਥਰੂ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਫੋਰਮਸ, ਥਰੂ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਐਂਡ songs and films. ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕੀਤਾ।
I'm more into the philosophical side of things, but I think all of these are just various channels coming towards one point that we're trying to get to, whether it be music, videos, movies, or literature, or anything like that. But that's about it, really.
Thank you ਭਾਜੀ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ। ਬਹੁਤ ਖਾਸ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੇ amazing event, bringing everyone together, interfaith event, and we're celebrating the message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. That's exactly what they did. They brought everyone together. How does it make you feel? First of all, thank you for letting the organisation to come here and give City Hall to these guys. What do you think, and what do you think of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's message?
Well, firstly, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ka Fateh, Gurpurab de Lakh Lakh Vidai. Look, it's really important that we recognise the massive contribution made by the Sikh community to our city. Dr. Ankar Sahota is not just a doctor, but he's a member of the Assembly, a practicing Sikh, and he was quite keen for us to celebrate the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He worked with other key groups to organise this event. Why? Because it's important. We celebrate his teachings of pluralism, of peace, but also what's relevant to us in London in 2019 is as relevant as it was 550 years ago. And what I'm really impressed by as the Mayor of London is not just the fantastic businesses that you run, not just the brilliant public service that you do, but also in particular the charity, the seva, whether it's feeding the homeless, the langars, whether it's the amount of community work that you do. And so, as the Mayor of London, one of the reasons why I think we are the greatest city in the world is our diversity, and the Sikh community gives so much. And one of the things that Ankar was keen to do is to make sure we had different generations of Sikhs coming to London living room to commemorate this important event. We've got kirtans later on. We will have a renowned wrestler speaking from the Sikh community, very famous of course, but also Ankar will be speaking. Preet Gill's going to be here, the MP from Birmingham, Edgbaston. But we non-Sikhs must pay respect to the Sikh community and say thank you for the contribution you make to those of us who aren't Sikh but benefit from the teachings of Guru Nanak Dev Ji.
Excellent. Obviously, you're aware of the langar feeding takes place regular in City of London, and you're a big supporter of that. And the message is universal of love, compassion, and truth, and bringing everyone together. And I think that's beautiful.
I've benefited from langar in, Harmandir Sahib in Amritsar, but also in gurdwaras across London, across the country. And this is an amazing thing where members of the Sikh community give up their time, they volunteer, make food, and nobody's ever asked me, what religion are you? No. You're fed and treated as an equal, and everyone's treated equally. And that's a wonderful thing, particularly at this time when there are people trying to divide our communities. And what's wonderful is you've now got leading Sikhs in Parliament, in the Assembly, in councils, but also in the law, in journalism, in the media. And it's important non-Sikhs recognise the teachings of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. That's why I'm really proud as the Mayor to pay tribute to the massive contribution made by the Sikh community, not just today, but over the last 550 years.
Excellent, that was fantastic. And first of all, can I say live on TV this is, thank you so much, because you actually said Sri Harmandir Sahib when referring to the Sikhs' holy shrine. Many get that name wrong, and I want to say thank you for that, because that means a lot. Being the Mayor of London, which is a fantastic achievement, by the way, so congratulations on that.
Gurpurab de Lakh Lakh Vidai, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ka Fateh.
Thank you so much. ਭਾਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਭਾਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਫਰਸਟ ਆਫ ਕੰਗ੍ਰੈਚੁਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਬੀਨ ਇਨ ਅਸੈਂਬਲੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਵਿਦ ਦ ਮੇਅਰ ਆਫ ਲੰਡਨ ਐਂਡ ਯੂ ਹੈਲਪਿੰਗ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜ਼ ਦਿਸ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਵਾਟ ਵੁੱਡ ਯੂ ਲਾਈਕ ਟੂ ਸੇ ਵਾਟ ਇਜ਼ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਟੂ ਬ੍ਰਿੰਗ ਐਵਰੀਵਨ ਟੁਗੇਦਰ ਫॉर ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਗੁਰਪੁਰਬ
First of all, Waheguru Khalsa, Waheguru Fateh. It's very important that we bring the message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji to the whole wide world. 550 years, we have a treasure amongst us that we have not shared with the world. We celebrate the birthday in Gurdwaras. We'll have kirtans, we'll have nagar kirtans. But we need to take the message wider to society. And City Hall is the capital of London, and I wanted to make sure this message goes out that we really value the contribution of the Sikhs in London, and also the message of Guru Nanak. What can be one message? There's no Hindu, there's no Musliman. There's only one God. Guru Nanak Ji taught us about the virtues of honest living, sharing our gifts which God has bestowed upon us, others, and also meditating upon name of God. So I think this is a wonderful message of brotherhood, of universality, and also a message which is very important today that we need to spread in the world. So that's why I want to bring this across, so we can get a message on the world stage.
Excellent. I think you're doing that with Maharaj Kirpa. You got so many people here together. So well done, fantastic job. Thank you so much. Welcome. ਸਾਸੰਗ ਜੀ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਸਵੀਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਮੁੱਖ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ ਆਫ ਸਿੱਖ PA that do fantastic job across not just UK but the world. They're helping out with Sikh related stories and make sure our message gets out. That's what ਭਾਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ bringing everyone together.
Beautiful, yeah, it is really beautiful. Any opportunity to bring Sangat together like this is great, especially in the name of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. So it's beautiful, great day today, and hopefully we'll hear a lot more from the guys that have organised it right now.
Thank you so much, buddy. Wahi Khalsa, Wahi Fateh.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ka Fateh. Gurpurab de Lakh Vidai. It's an absolute pleasure to be here in the London living room with you all tonight. Can I just say how pleased I am that Parliament is closed? Because their loss is our gain. And can I begin by saying how proud I am to look around the London living room and see the diversity in a London room. I've been here, the mayor now, for 3 years and 6 months, and I can genuinely say I've never been as thrilled to look around the London living room as I am tonight. Thank you all very much for bestowing us with this huge honour to be able to commemorate the birth anniversary, the 550th birth anniversary of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And I want to thank Dr. Ankar Zahota for stepping in to host the event tonight with our friends from the All-Party Parliamentary Group, with our friends from the Sikh Network, with our friends from the Sikh Federation and from Eco-Sikh. But a demonstration of the respect with which the Sikh community is held is by the fact we don't just have Ankar here as a member of the London Assembly, we also have Navin Shah here to pay his respect, we have Unmesh Desai here to pay his respects, we have the former MP for Ilford South, Mike Gapes, here to pay his respects. Many councillors are here, but I'm particularly proud that my sister is here tonight to celebrate, to commemorate the birth anniversary of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And I've got to explain the context why it's so important for us to recognise her being here tonight. Preet is fighting a tough seat in Birmingham, Edgbaston. She should be knocking on doors tonight to persuade people to vote for her. We also have tonight the leadership debate between the Prime Minister and the leader of the Labour Party. And Preet has travelled down to London to celebrate the birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And I want us to show our appreciation for this role model, for this leader, and for our sister who is breaking down barriers, Preet Gill. And let me tell you this, I've got 2 daughters, and there are many young people here today, including sisters. One of the great things about the Sikh faith is how you push women to leadership positions. The mistress of ceremonies tonight is a sister, a woman. And Preet is breaking down those glass ceilings and is a role model, not just to Sikh girls and Sikh women, but to all girls and all women. And that actually is the teaching and the living embodiment of the teachings of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And when I see for myself some of the practices of the Sikh faith, I've got two words to say to you, which is thank you. Because Ankar talked about the turmoil 550 years ago, both in this country and in India, and the relevance and importance of Guru Nanak's teachings. But actually in the world today in 2019, there is turmoil. There are people trying to divide communities, try and find reasons to turn Sikh against Muslim, try and find reason to turn East against West. We know there are populist, nativist leaders winning elections, whether in America, Hungary, Italy, Poland, and other parts of the world. And actually, now more than ever, the teachings of Guru Nanak Dev Ji are as relevant as they were 550 years ago, and are as relevant in London as they are in India. I want to say a couple of things, though, in relation to the Sikh community. Firstly, isn't it wonderful that the corridor has been opened up to allow pilgrims from India to go to Kartarpur in Pakistan? I tell you this, though, what made Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Khan agree? The Sikh community. You are the bridge that has brought these two countries together to allow pilgrims to go from India to Pakistan to pay their respects in the Gurdwara Darbar Sahib. But I want to say thank you for a number of other reasons. I want to say thank you for the contribution you've made to allow us to have the freedoms and rights we enjoy today by the sacrifices made by your forefathers in particular and foremothers in both the world wars. And one of the things that Preet is doing with me, with Ankar, with Navin, with Unmesh and many others is to ensure there is a Sikh memorial to commemorate the sacrifices made by your forefathers and foremothers, with a Sikh memorial in the heart of London to pay our respects to the Sikh community. I want to say thank you for the public service that your community does. Thank you for the businesses you start up. But I want in particular say thank you for the charity work that you do and the voluntary work you do. You know, an amazing fact, in London at the moment we have 150 Londoners who are Sikh, more than the entire country put together. And by the way, Ankar, if those 6 Mongolians want to come to London, they're welcome. What you do is you explain and live the life and teachings of Guru Nanak by, for example, the langar. I've had the pleasure of enjoying langar across Gurdwaras in London, across the country, but also, of course, in Harmandir Sahib in Amritsar. And what you do is you never ask somebody when they come for free food, what religion are you? What's your ethnicity? You, without questions, show generosity by feeding people who need to be fed. And there's an amazing statistics, which I'm not sure if you know, but the Sikh community in this country every year donates £125 million to charity. And it's remarkable. Do you know how many hours you do with your voluntary work for free? 65 million hours of voluntary work done by the Sikh community in our country. So look, I want to just end by saying this. London is the greatest city in the world because of our diversity. It's a strength, not a weakness, and the Sikh community is an integral part of us being the greatest city in the world. I think it's important we understand the true teachings of Sikhism, and as the Mayor of London, I'm really proud to be doing that today. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for sharing with us the Sikh faith, the Sikh culture. I'm looking forward to having Kirtan performed again here in the London living room. Gurpurab de lakh vidai, Waheguru Ji ka khalsa, Waheguru Ji ka fateh.
Thank you. Thank you, Sadiq Khan, for those exceptional words. And now we come to tonight's keynote speaker. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce Satpal Singh, the CEO and founder of the organisation Nanak Naam. With over 150,000 followers and 10 million views online, Nanak Naam has managed to garner the attention of those that have a quest to understand the spiritual teachings of our Sikh Gurus. After leaving a successful career in IT in 2016, he has now made it his life's mission to spread the incredible spiritual teachings of the Guru Granth Sahib Ji in simple spoken English, making it easier for people to comprehend the significance and relevance of Gurmat spirituality in one's daily life. Please welcome Satpal Singh.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. It's such an honor to be here, to stand in front of so many friends and to celebrate Guru Nanak Dev Ji's 550th birth anniversary. But I'd like to have just a few moments of your time to think about what does Guru Nanak Dev Ji mean to us. Now let's be clear, when we're talking about Guru Nanak Dev Ji, we're not just talking about a religious prophet. We're not just talking about a spiritual leader. We're talking about a visionary, an activist who played a role in reshaping society, who challenged oppressive political systems and even went to prison for doing so. So I'd like us to think about what is Guru Nanak Dev Ji's approach to activism. And the words that come to my mind are nirpau nirvair, which within this context we can translate as fearless non-rivalry. Now, we know what these words mean, but I think the words of Punjabi poet Jaswant Singh Zafar really sheds light on what it means to have fearless non-rivalry. This is how he describes Guru Nanak Dev Ji in one of his poems. Excuse us. It's quite hard for us to envisage the true image of Nanak. Legs messed up with the dust of the winding path, cracked heels, dry beard entangled by turbulent winds, skin toughened in arid cold seasons, concave and skinny cheeks, eyes popping from the facial bones, dazzling and sharp, eyes which refute the hierarchies, the monarchies, and the clergies. The real Nanak can prove fatal to us. Such a Nanak we can't even dream of. That Nanak who can shatter our homely institutions, lead our children into the throes of non-conformism, can create quests to point our feet towards Kaaba. Consequently, our legs may be fractured or chopped and may instigate us for many more wrong deeds. We may perceive the irrelevance of religious ritualism. We may bring about a manifesto to divert the flows, to challenge propriety. We are very wary of this kind of Nanak. All we want is success, support, solace. We desire luxurious graces and flourishing families, promotion and wealth. The Nanak depicted by Sobha Singh's paintings is well suited to us. Cool and calm, hand raised like the goddess Lakshmi, ensuing generosity from the palm, eyes overflowing with genteel grace, white silky beard, spherical shining cheeks fair and lovely, rosy lips and soft feet, delicate Barbie doll hands, messianic robes cleaned with detergents. The walls of our homes can only hold Nanak in the pictures of Sobha Singh style. The true picture of dangerous Nanak, who rejected the well-traversed paths, is too momentous for our walls. Excuse us. We cannot afford ruining our homes, those created with the labor of blood. We can't afford losing our kids, those we got with our prayers. We cannot envisage the real image of Nanak. excuse us. Such powerful words. Because Guru Nanak Dev Ji was extremely political, he set up institutions that we all take for granted today. We talk about langar being about feeding the homeless, but langar was so much more than that. Langar, the communal food hall, was not just to feed those in need. It was to shake up the social and political landscape. And how does it do that? It forced people to reconsider social discrimination. When you come to the Guru, you don't come as a king or a beggar. We have an institution of Pangat before Sangat. You know what that means? When people traveled far to visit the Guru, the demand on them was first, if you want to visit the Guru, sit and be an equal amongst everyone else, not as a king. And we don't even see that being followed today. Excuse me, but politicians and royalty turn up in our gurdwaras and we treat them as such. But that is not Guru Nanak's langar. Guru Nanak's langar is, whoever you are coming into the kingdom of Guru Nanak. And the Guru is the king, and you are an equal human being, no greater or lesser than anyone else. So langar is not just about feeding the needy. It's a place to reconsider social discrimination. It's a place where people came and sat to discuss change in society. I live very close to Slough, and of course, we have the MP of Slough, the first turbaned MP, the Honourable Tanmanjeet Singh Tesi. And I just recently found out from local news that we have confirmed a lady called Kamal Toor, who's going to be standing against him in the Conservative seat. So the Conservative candidate for Slough is also from Sikh origin. And the Mayor of Slough is also Councillor of Tarkor Chima. So in Slough, we seem to be in quite an enviable position, the position that all Sikhs are always crying for, that let's have more Sikh MPs, let's have more Sikh representation. But my question to you is, what does it mean to be a truly Sikh politician? What does it mean to be a politician according to Guru Nanak Dev Ji's values? And forgive me, but Guru Nanak Dev Ji's values are not tied down to any nationality. Sometimes we see Sikh values, Guru Nanak Dev Ji's values, being called British values or American values, but Guru Nanak Dev Ji's values are not British values. They're not values of any nationality. They're not even moral values. They're not even humanitarian values. They are divine values. Because they are coming from the highest divine nature of mankind. You see, people always say, be the highest version of yourself. In fact, the British Army even has a slogan, be the best. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji challenges us to be more than the best. Guru Nanak Dev Ji asks, what do you look like, not as the best, but as the divine version of yourself? What does that look like? A version of yourself that's not motivated by fear, not motivated by political gain, not motivated by money, by social acceptance, by fame, not motivated by nationalism or race or any other kind of rudimentary tribalism, but fiercely motivated by an unprecedented sense of compassion, equality, and fairness for all, with zero tolerance for discrimination, for distinction, or segregation of any kind. You see, if you're going to be political and call yourself a Sikh, we need political activism that is nirpaw and nirvair, non-rivalry. Vairi means opponent. We sometimes see this translated as without hate. But Guruji says, let's go even beyond hate, beyond opposition, beyond seeing anyone as different to you. Guru Arjan Dev Ji says something fantastic in In Gurbani, we see this line, Na ko mera dushman rahya, na hum kiske bairai. Brahm pasar pasaryo bhitar, Satgur te soji pai. Sabko meet hum apan कीना, हम सबना के साजन, दूर परियो मन का बिरहा, ता मेल कियो मेरे राजन. Guruji says something. He says, no one is my enemy, and I am no one's enemy. I have made friends with everyone, and everyone is my friend. How do we get to that position? We're not talking about seeing everyone as equal. We're not talking about treat everyone equally. Guruji says, I don't see you as an equal human being. I see the divine that is in you is also in me. I see oneness in everything. And I learned this from the Guru. When the sense of separation was removed from my mind, then I was united with my divine king, because everywhere I saw my king. You see, seva isn't about helping the needy. Seva is worshipping the divine in everyone. So, do we see this reflected in our society today? Today we see a very divided Britain. We see division on lines of nationalism. You're either a British national or you're an outsider, you're an immigrant. What kind of insanity, can you just think about this for a moment, that some people think that they have ownership of a part of this planet. People of our race, we belong on this part of this floating rock that is floating through space. Divisions in terms of Brexit. You're either a Remainer or a Leaver. We see abuse of power and privileges by the elite classes and politicians. We see distrust in leadership who don't seem to represent the needs of the common people. We even see a struggle to look after the environment against corporate greed. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji has solutions for all these things. And the solution is to tackle a dualistic mindset. First on a personal basis, and then on a societal level. Get rid of this idea that I am something important. Self-sovereignty comes from that. Self-sovereignty before implementing change in communities. Before uprooting injustice, uproot your egotistic sense of self-importance. Adopt a fearless commitment to seeing oneness in everyone, and that's when you can call yourself a Sikh activist. Now, that starts at all levels. Fearless non-rivalry in our families, non-rivalry in our neighborhoods, non-rivalry in our communities, non-rivalry in our society. Only then, if we're going to take on the values of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, is it worth celebrating the life and the teachings of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So on behalf of my organization, Nanak Naam, I'd like to thank you and congratulate you all on this momentous occasion. And I wish that the wisdom of Guru Nanak Dev Ji carries on inspiring you and your communities for a lifetime. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Our next speaker will be very familiar to those of you who have followed the Sikh network since its inception and attended this annual Gurpurab event in its habitual speaker's house location. Many of you will have been on the receiving end of his calls to seva, calls that you have no possible way of avoiding. A fan of the last-minute Punjabi way of life, no stranger to the work seva balance, founding member of the Sikh network and co-author of the Sikh Manifesto and UK Sikh Survey, please welcome Jazz Singh.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Sasan Ji, first of all, Guru Maharaj de 550 Gurpurab diyan lakh vadaiyan. Many congratulations to everybody here on the 550th celebration of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, whose enlightenment is is amazing to see the world celebrate this, and whether it's from Kartarpur Sahib, from Nanak Sahib, all around the world, not only Sikhs but non-Sikhs have been awoken, have been combined to Guruji's message. And that message is, and I won't do any justice like Satpal Singh said, who's with such gyan and such truth explain what Guruji's message really is and how we all should take even a small ounce of that and adopt it in our own lives. That can be the biggest lesson. But for me, that message was of oneness. Oneness with our Creator, with Gurbani and each other. Guru Nanak Dev Ji travelled the world and he enlightened that world despite there being darkness throughout it. And today, whilst the world is more closer together through a global economy and a global setting, we still have a dark, dark cloud over us, whether that's with the wars, the conflicts, poverty, or just a growing distance from mankind. And we are witnessing these things not only abroad, but very, very much here in our own cities and towns in the UK. I have a firm belief that it's people of faith that need to stand up in these dark times and come together and challenge that darkness and try and bring the human race together as one. Something that was epitomized by Guru Nanak Dev's 3 core principles. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji was just not a spiritual leader. He was also a political activist. And we saw that when he challenged the emperor of the time, Babur, against his actions and crimes and called him a Jabbar. And if we just imagine that for a second, emperor of the subcontinent and Guru Nanak Dev Ji, a preacher, is calling him out in public. That is that activism that Satpal Singh talked about, that truth, that commitment to the truth, not to say it afterwards. Many people speak the truth. Some will speak it after the effect, some will speak it in private. But to speak it there at the time is really a testament to that truth and that message. And I think that gives us a lesson in today's world of how we help shape the world we're living in. I've always said many times that if we want change, then we have to be that change. Whether it's through our seva, whether it's our gurdwara or our organizations, ultimately, nobody's going to do it for you. We have this view, and it's crept into us, that somebody else will take care of that, somebody else will do it. Well, I'm sorry, Sikhi is not a spectator sport. You have to live it, you have to breathe it, you have to participate in everything, whether that's from daily nitnem to your kirtkaro through your hard work, or whether it's for your panth, your qaum, your community. All of these things is what makes us a Sikh, and we're always learning. So no one has the complete answer or the guidebook. The only thing we have is Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and that's from where we get our strength and our guidance. But those lessons that are set by our gurus, these are the principles on which not only Sikhs but all individuals come together and make a better world. Because if we don't do it, we need to think about what we're leaving for the next generation. Just like Guru Nanak Dev Ji challenged the establishment, we can play a very small role in that fashion. And by our attempts, small attempts at empowering the Sikh community in the UK to engage, to question, to challenge the establishment, the political establishment, on issues that affect the Sikh community today. And we do those via the Sikh Manifesto. Manjendran mentioned the Sikh Manifesto we launched in 2015. We're now launching the 2020 to 2025 Manifesto, which is a Sikh document. It's politically ambiguous. It doesn't apply to any particular party, but it's something that will provide all of you with what are your issues from a community perspective around what are we really seeking to build in the UK, and what are our politicians offering to give better protection. We have a very distinct identity. Many of you here will have faced issues in this country and abroad. Together with the manifesto, we've been doing the UK Sikh survey, which is the largest survey conducted of Sikhs in the UK. In 2016, over 4,500 of you from across the UK, from across the age groups, completed the survey. And some of the findings out of that survey were both positive and concerning. You heard Sadiq mention the £1.2 million a day that our community give to charity. That's a phenomenal amount. But we are the highest homeowner and employment of all communities in this country. Again, a huge testament to the work ethic that Guru Nanak Dev Ji instilled in his Sikhs. But on the concerning side, we also suffer discrimination and hate crime, whether it's from our physical identity or whether it's because of misinformation and misidentity, especially following 9/11. And this is something especially the star and turban wearing Sikhs face every day. But with that, with our spirit, we deal with these things. But with dealing with them as individuals has a consequence that they are underreported. And some of the key things that are coming through this year's survey, which is open, and I'll ask you all to log on. Manchanda mentioned I do hand out seva, and this is one I won't apologize for. But if you could all please complete the survey, it's at www.ukseeksurvey.com. Takes a few minutes, but gives you an opportunity to have your say. And ultimately, when we're a minority community, often the issues that affect us can be difficult to raise at the highest level. But I touched on hate crime because this is an important issue, because this is something that's on the rise globally. You saw the report issued by the FBI in the US where crimes on Sikhs are now the 3rd highest ranking. But in this country, it's even higher still. They've gone up 60% in the last 12 months. And we've seen our Gurdwara be attacked, we've seen individuals be attacked, and this is a trend that actually we can do something about. But in a country that is driven by data, it starts with us recording it and working within the systems. And I know Sadiq has kicked off initiatives here in London, but I think wider afield across the UK, this is something we all need to contribute towards. Finally, all I would say is thanks to everybody who's attended. We've normally done this event at Parliament because we've wanted to bring that message, as Satpal Singh mentioned, that actually what is the principles of Sikhi and politics. We can't separate the two because of the 6th Guru, Sri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, gave us the Meedi Peedi concept. Temporal and political goals are inseparable. So we will always be connected with politics, but it's what politics are we getting involved with and are we portraying. So this year I'm really pleased for Dr. Anka Sahota and the Assembly and City Hall for allowing us to use this venue. I think it was fitting that we celebrated the 550th anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji in such a venue. So thank you very much to all of you for coming. Thank you for all sharing this celebration with us. We have got some packs for you all, and before you leave, do please make sure you get there and you'll find a nice surprise from us saying thank you to you all. So thank you again. Bhul chuk maaf karni. Waheguru ji ka khalsa, Waheguru ji ki fateh.
You may all have Ramal on your seats, or you may already have your head covered, but as I introduce the next speaker, if you could all please cover your heads ahead of our Kirtan this evening. It is a true treat for us tonight to be joined by international devotional singer, songwriter and philanthropist Manika Kaur. Manika Kaur has been breaking stereotypes and pushing boundaries in the male-dominated traditional world of Kirtan, with her new sound reaching wider audiences. Through her foundation, Kirtan for Causes, Manika raises funds to support the education of children in Punjab. Manika also works with organisations such as Binti, an international organisation focused on eradicating period poverty, and Rainbow Schools, who are currently building a centre in Punjab as a safe haven for the elderly, orphans, those suffering with disabilities, women, and those suffering with mental health issues. Tonight, Manika Kaur is accompanied by Josna, a leading global violinist, Giuliano on guitar, and Gurdain on tabla.
ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भय निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भय निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भय निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच
recently gave birth to twins, and they're 1 year old now. And throughout the day, they look at me and they cry, "Mama." My 8-year-old son still does the same thing. But throughout the day, they're looking at me and they're crying, "Mama, Mama." And I know what they want. They want me to scoop them up and embrace them. Because to them, I am their source of love. And I think this is so similar to our soul. Our soul is longing to merge back into that divine light. So until we take the steps to go there, that longing and that loneliness remains within us. Guru Nanak, Guru Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak, Guru Guru Nanak, Guru Nanak, Guru Guru Nanak. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. And thank you so much to Manjandan Kaur. What she failed to tell you is that she is one of the very few, maybe the only stage secretary for a Gurdwara in Gravesend as a female woman leading the way, something we don't really see very often, but something that we should really celebrate, because as we all know, Guru Nanak Dev Ji gave women the right to be equal as men, and so seeing women coming forward in our Gurdwaras is absolutely inspiring for the generation to come. Before I start, I just want to make one comment, because initially when the invites went out, this was going to be an APPG event, but as you know, Parliament has been dissolved, and so I am no longer an MP and the APPG does not exist, so I just want to make that clear. So this is an event actually arranged by Sadiq Khan, the London Assembly, Dr. Anka Sahota, the Sikh Network and the Sikh Federation, and all of your support to make today happen. I didn't get to meet so many people, but I'm just looking around the room and there are so many people from our business community, from faith communities here today, and that's really wonderful to see. And I want to give a big shout out to Richard Sudworth, who is here representing the Church of England, and there may be other many faith communities here today. So I am here as one of you, as a member of our community, to celebrate the 550th birth anniversary of Dhan Dhan Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, whose universal message is still as relevant today as it was 500 years ago. And he's been a huge inspiration to me, and whilst for our community it was wonderful to see me become the first Sikh female MP, our struggle and our journey to get more women coming forward, especially our youth, is something that we need to continue to support and encourage. So I would say to all of you that are interested, please do stay behind at the end and do speak to me. And again, it's wonderful to be here. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. In the stand behind me, there are three words. Let me remind myself: celebration, inspiration, and recognition. We're going to be moving on to recognition, but I'd like to add a fourth word, which is appreciation. An appreciation for all of you for being here, an appreciation for the fact that there are many people that contributed to bring this together. Jazz Singh mentioned the goodies bag you're going to be taking away. There is mithai. I know some of you like the mithai, but actually I think the most impressive thing is this. So please do take this away and remember that you were present and you were here and you were inspired by our Guru. I'm going to just mention a few other things. When I was at university in 1984, not many of you know, my best friends were a Gujarati and a Christian from Basildon who had never gone outside London. And one evening, they both got into an argument. And the argument was about what is said on Ang 412 of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So two non-Sikhs were arguing about what's written in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Jo to prem khilin ka chao, sirta tali gali miriao, ek marg pair trija, sar dije kaan na kije. For those of you that don't understand that, if you want to play the game of love, then step onto my path with your head on the palm of your hand. When you place your feet on this path, give me your head. And do not listen to what others say. And remember those words, do not listen to what others say. And what was their argument? The Gujarati said, those are the words of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. My Christian friend said, no, they are the words of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. I think many of you know they are the words of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. But the one thing we need to get across, whether it be Guru Nanak Dev Ji, whether it be Shime Padshah who gave the Meri Piri principle, or whether it be the 10th Guru, it was one jyot. It was a constant message. And the Sikh Federation's motto is Shubh Karmante Kabhu na Dharo. It's very similar. We should never flinch from performing righteous deeds, irrespective of the consequences. So I think our Guru Granth Sahib Ji, has given us so much. We should appreciate that. And on the 550th anniversary, we're going to be recognizing, as we have done with every Gurpurab event we've had in Parliament, people perhaps you occasionally see, perhaps people you occasionally hear about in different spheres of life. But I'm not going to steal the thunder of the award ceremony. But the one thing I would say is the other thing you're going to be taking away is the mithai, something to remember, and a pledge card. The pledge card is about Kartarpur Sahib. We heard that Sikhs donate £1.2 million a day. That sounds, you're probably thinking we're making this up. That came from those that responded to the UK Sikh survey in 2016. If you work it out, that's about £2 a day per person, per Sikh that lives in this country, which is nothing. You think about, you do an Akhand part, you do a Sukhmani Sada part, that is all seva. And finally, I know the Mayor's Office and GLA are very nervous about politics. We're in Purdah at the moment, so that's why they kept me to last. The Sikh Manifesto is being officially launched today online. It's been with the 5 political leaders since last week, and we've had various messages of support. And many of you would have read that the community launch of what's in the survey will be taking place on Saturday at Guru Nanak Gurdwara, Sadiq, and on Sunday we'll be going up to Glasgow. We'll be meeting Nicola Sturgeon, meeting Joe Swinson. And the point is, there's a team behind the manifesto, and all of us learn when we write for it. Sikhi is about learning. Please read the document. It starts off, the first 4 paragraphs are about Guru Nanak Dev Ji and the 550th anniversary, because we need to educate and teach all people.
So we've come to the time of the evening where we, as our event is about recognition, those who've contributed throughout the year on some of the principles that we've all heard about today. And some of them are unsung heroes in our community that do a huge amount of seva without any expectations, without any publicity, but just do it because it's in their heart. And this recognition is just a small token on our behalf to those that are within the Panth, that are working day in, day out, so often putting their own personal careers, their families on the back burner and putting the Qawm and the community forward. So we're going to go through a few awards here. And I'm delighted to see many previous award winners who are here today as well. So they will testify to what it means to them. But we've got 10 awards, so we're going to go through those awards in order. And we'll probably be calling out a few of you to help hand these out.
Okay, our first award for this evening is a contribution to sports. And this award goes to Kiranjit Kaur Bains, powerlifter. This year, Kiranjit achieved her first international title as a Commonwealth powerlifting champion. She won 3 gold medals and 2 silver gold medals. Not silver gold, 2 silver medals. She's also the first British Sikh female to represent Great Britain at the World Powerlifting Championships, placing 9th strongest in the world. Her best lifts to date are 140 kg squat, 80 kilogram bench, 167.5 kilogram deadlift. That's pretty impressive. She's competing in the under 63 kg junior women's category. And to present this award, I'd like to call Monty Panessa to the stage and award this to Kiranjit Kaur Bains. Thank you.
Our next award is for contribution to politics. Whilst I know we're in Purda, but this recipient of this award will be known to many of you, if not all of you. In November 2017, a British national from Scotland, Jagtar Singh Jawal, was abducted and has been detained for over 2 years. His local MP, Martin Doherty Hughes, is an SNP Member of Parliament and has been campaigning for the release and justice of Jaggi ever since he was taken. And given he had very little knowledge of the Sikh community, I mean very little experience in politics from Dumbartonshire, but he's somebody who's had 3 debates in the Houses of Parliament and had face-to-face challenging questions with 3 different foreign secretaries and the Prime Minister. So the contribution to politics goes to Martin Doherty Hughes. Unfortunately, before you save your claps, round of applause, unfortunately because of the election campaign he couldn't come down from Scotland, but I'm going to ask Mike Gapes, who is a colleague of his, if Mike's is still here. Right, I'll ask Preet, who's also been campaigning non-stop on the campaign of Jaggi and has been working very closely with Martin. I'll ask Preet if you can come and receive the award on Martin's behalf.
The next award is my favourite, and I can be biased. So the next award is for contribution to education, and this goes to 10-year-old Mansimar Kaur. Our next award goes to contributions in business. The recipient of this award has been, again, someone who's been operating in business, came here as a first-generation migrant. The story of our recipient is another one that touches and will resonate with many of us sitting here. His grandfather was twins. 2 of the brothers left India and went to the docks because they came on a ship. And one brother was told he was going to the UK. The other brother was told he was going to Argentina. That's the last those 2 brothers ever saw of each other. One family settled in the UK and set up, as many of our forefathers did, in business, in shops and property. And from then on, as a first-generation migrant, built up a £80 million property portfolio called Real Estate Investments. And since set up numerous charitable organisations under Bond Wolf, and has been very open in supporting both Sikh organisations and local organisations in the West Midlands. So the recipient of this award is Paul Bassi, CBE. And I'd like to call Susan Kaur to receive the award on behalf of Paul. And could I also ask another very esteemed business professional, Professor Peter Singh Verdi, to come and honour the award, please. Our next award is the Contribution to Media. The Contribution to Media Award goes to our newest channel that has excelled in becoming the Bantik voice of Sikhs, standing for Haq, the Sach, human rights and truth, fearlessly leading the way for the cause. This Contribution to Media Award goes to KTV, and I'd like to ask Anila Dami to present the award to KTV. Thank you.
Our next award goes to a recognised organisation, and we have many organisations that do great work across the UK. Our next organisation is someone that's filled a gap that since 1984, the writing of our own history has been a huge gap, and something as a community we've suffered from, because it's only been one narrative, and that narrative has largely been of the oppressor, and that's something that as a community we've had to deal with, not only in India and in Punjab, but also in the diaspora. So the recipient of this award has taken on that huge challenge to not only research and go out there on the grassroots and talk to families of what they went through, the pain they were suffering, and document that in a 6-volume books that will be released, of which the first volume is out there, which goes all the way from 1978 all the way up to 1986. And with that, they've also started to create a series of children's books, which again, the future of what we do is how we educate our children. Those who are older than me and my parents' generation who lived through that have kind of buried their pain, as have the elders who saw what happened in 1947. But it's our duty to tell our children our history so they can get the strength from those lessons from our forefathers just as we did. So again, I'm delighted to honour Tribute 1984 for this award, and I'm asked Harmy Kaur, who's sitting there smiling, had no idea, as many of the recipients didn't. So I'll ask her, and I'll also ask Dr. Anka Sahota if he can please honour this award for Tribute 1984.
This next award recognises a huge relief effort following disastrous floods in Punjab earlier this year. An effort that raised well over £1 million, and this individual personally ensured that the funds were distributed and used to support the very people of Punjab that needed the support. Honoured also for their long-standing service in humanitarian relief work in war-torn and disaster zones, including Syria, Iraq and Haiti, the recognised charity for Selfless Seva award goes to Khalsa Aid, Ravi Singh, and the award is being collected by Jaswinder Singh, trustee. If I could ask Hardyal Deensar, PPC, Derby, to please present this award.
Just continue the theme. Our next award is the Contribution in Human Rights. Again, we have many recipients of this award here today, but this is again an award that we wanted to recognise people who have not only defended human rights, but also recognised the issues often when others have been silent. The winners of this award are Redress Trust UK, and many of those again who've been following the campaign of Jiggy will have seen that Redress have been very vocal on this issue from day one and have talked about the torture that Jiggy himself wrote and put in a handwritten note. Redress raised 3 UN rapporteurs independently to write to the Indian state and also the UK government. That was the UN rapporteur on torture, arbitrary detention and freedom of religious beliefs. All 3 have written, and since then Redress have engaged with the independent research experts on torture, and they've written a report that very clearly states that from Jiggy's handwritten note that it's very probable that he was tortured. Now that evidence and that report has been sent to all the governments concerned, but that fearlessness of raising these issues when others might stay silent on them is why Redress will be receiving this award. So I will ask another humanitarian who's in the audience, Sun Kaur from United Sikhs, who again campaign around the world to receive this award on behalf of Redress. Can I also ask Manika Kaur to please come and present this award for human rights.
Our next award is for Recognised International Contribution and will be presented to Jaskaran Kaur of Insaf. Jaskaran Kaur, co-founder and co-director of Insaf, has authored several seminal reports on human rights abuse in India. Jaskaran Kaur is a 2006 Echoing Green Fellow, and from 2003 to 2005, Jaskaran Kaur was a recipient of the Irving R. Kaufman Fellowship from Harvard Law School. If I could ask Richard Sudworth, Reverend Dr. Richard Sudworth, Secretary for International Religious Affairs to the Archbishop of Canterbury, to please present this award, and ask Preet Kaur Gill to please receive this award on behalf of Jaskaran Kaur.
Now come to our final award, and this is a very special award. It's the Lifetime Achievement Award. And in the past, recipients of this award have been those who have been very prominent in Sikh life in the UK and their contribution. And again, two previous recipients are here today. But for this award, it's not always you have to have a lifetime of service. Sometimes individuals come along that do something in 5 minutes that others could take a lifetime to do. And it is absolutely, hand on heart, a real pleasure to recognise Sardar Imran Khan Saab for the International Lifetime Achievement Award for what he has done has broken down borders. The most militarised border on the planet was opened with heart and goodwill shown by Sardar Imran Khan Saab and Navjot Sidhu in the Indian government combined with the Pakistan government, that for 70 years, since 1947, Sikhs from around the world were separated from the homeland of Guru Nanak, the birthplace of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And the pain can only be felt from Sikhs who sit there and watch it on TV, knowing that it's so difficult to get there. So this opening of the Kartarpur corridor is not only a corridor over 3 kilometers, it's actually a gateway of all of our hearts, of the 30 million Sikhs that live on this planet, and many more. And those who watched the inaugural ceremony, would have been moved by Navjot Sidhu's speech, but also the genuine feeling from Imran Khan Saab of what Guru Nanak Dev Ji means to them and the Pakistan government. So it's a huge pleasure of mine to call up Sahibzada Jahangir, who's a spokesperson for Imran Khan Saab and has travelled especially here on the request of Imran Khan Saab to receive this award. I'd also like to call up Narinderjit Singh to honour him with this award. And ask you all to be upstanding and join us in a round of applause for this.
Excellencies, parliamentarians, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you. I bring to you the very good wishes from the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan. And it is not that he always writes a long text message to me. He just writes yes, no, whenever I send something. But on this occasion, he sent the whole text to me and asked me to convey to you his very, very warm and best wishes for peace, humanity, and the services that you have done. Like Sadiq Khan earlier had stated, that you are really now a bridge, a very important bridge at a very important time between Pakistan and India. Very quickly, I'm going to relate to you 2 or 3 things and then I will leave the stage because I'm sure you all must be in a hurry to now leave. First of all, I cannot believe my own luck. It is not possible for me to believe that in the last 10 days, on the 9th and now on the 19th, I'm standing under the shadow of such a huge personality. Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. I was in Kartarpur with my Prime Minister. I had a call to join him and I joined him there. And what I saw, I just could not believe. Because I live in England, I don't live in Pakistan. The way it has all been created, we were given a bus tour. So the Prime Minister was there, Khan Saab, I was there with him. And of course, your great ambassador, Sidhu ji, he was there. And the engineers took us all around and showed us all the sights and everything. I'm a Muslim. For me, what Medina today stands, I could feel it in my heart. That is what you have over there in Kartarpur. Engineers were explaining the plans to the Prime Minister. This is where the 5-star hotel is going to come. This is where 3-star hotel is going to come. This is where the parks are going to be there. This is where other facilities will be provided. gas, electric, greenery. It was an absolute incredible experience for me. I came into interaction. I had the great honor of shaking the hand of Mamon Singh. Sadiq ji to hamare dost hain, to wo to he was on and off. I interacted with him. But what joy, what happiness I saw on the faces of both Sikh community and Pakistani community. There was no difference. That this is what Imran Khan, my leader, my friend, my Prime Minister, has opened. In his speech, he said, this is for peace, this is for humanity. And God willing, I think that bridge will bring peace to Pakistan. I thank you very much indeed. I'm sure the Prime Minister will be delighted when he wakes up in the morning, because I'll be sending him a picture of this on the text message tonight. Thank you very much.
Finally, we are almost at the end of this evening. Thank you all so much for being here with us tonight. Before we end, we would like to give our sponsors an opportunity to give thanks to you too. So I'm going to call upon Harmeet Singh, the youngest ever General Secretary of the most iconic Gurdwara in London, Sri Guru Singh Sabha Southall, to say a few words. So Harmeet Singh, if you could please come up for a couple of words.
So ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਸਮੂਹ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਗੁਰਪੁਰਬ ਦੀਆਂ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ ਹੋਣ. So before me, my older brother Satpal Singh, Jas Singh, Dabindeep Singh, Jahangir Saab, and Mark spoke so lovingly, so powerfully about the message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And then it's always dangerous to give the mic to a Gurdwara committee, but I promise I'll keep this message brief. So 550 years ago, Guru Nanak Dev Ji revolutionized society by tackling the inequalities, injustices and ignorance head on, something that I think we'd all like to do but are not always courageous enough to see out. And it's often said our community is a valuable part of this country. And there are various reasons given. But I'd like to think that it's mainly because as a people, we follow the footsteps of Guru Nanak Dev Ji to build a better now and tomorrow. Through the Swan, through Pangat, through Sangat, the eternal words of the Guru resonate through us. And we are the standard bearers of the house of Guru Nanak, whose commitment and Chardi Kala is needed in today's world more than ever. This year's celebrations have taken on more prominence for many because it is the 550th of Gurpurab. But let's not let it end here. This is the Gurpurab to celebrate all year long, as we shall be doing in our Gurdwara in Southall, and then with the grace of the Guru Sahib in the years beyond. So we're living in a world more divided than ever. Guru Nanak Dev Ji has once again brought us closer together and rekindled that spirit of humanity. I was 2 years old when the Berlin Wall came down. And don't let this beer deceive you, I'm still under 30. And last week, I got to witness what will be one of the greatest achievements of our century, the opening of the Kartarpur corridor. Guru Nanak Dev Ji, through blessing the region with leaders like Imran Khan, has once again brought light into our worlds, fulfilling our dreams and Ardas of 70 years. I hope you will enjoy this occasion, and I'd like to thank, on behalf of Sri Guru Singh Sabha, Preet, the Mayor, Onkar Sahota, the Sikh Federation, the Sikh Network, and of course everyone here for making this such a huge success. And I hope we can all learn from the message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the message of oneness, of compassion, and to always have Sarvada Pala, the well-being and prosperity of all, in our hearts and minds. And as Sikhs, every day in our morning nitrim and in the evening, we always do Ardas and finish it with Nanak Naam Chardi Kala Tere Pame Sarvada Pala. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
सत्संग जी महाराज दी अपार किरपा नाल तुसीं देखिआ कि किन्ना सोहना इत्थे प्रोग्राम होया किन्ने स्पीकर आए सारिਆਂ ने ਵਧਾਈ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਜਾਣੇ ਆਏ ਥਰੂ ਆਊਟ ਦ UK ਤੇ ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਵੋਟਾਂ ਮਿਲੀਆਂ ਪਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਬੜਾ ਮਾਣ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਸ ਪਾਸੇ ਅਮਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਬਿਰਦੀ ਖੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਪਾਸੇ ਤਾਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਖੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕ੍ਰਿਕਟ 'ਚ ਕਾਫੀ ਦੇਣ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਪਾਜੀ ਹੁਣੇ ਬਾਕਸਿੰਗ ਦੇਣ ਕਾਫੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਲਈ ਕਾਮਯਾਬੀ ਆ because it's absolutely amazing the amount of commitment and achievement that both of these colleagues have received in the field of sports, both in cricket and in boxing. And I'll ask these guys just to tell us something on their views on today's event. First of all, I'm going to sing Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here today, and obviously celebrating Guru Nanak Dev Ji's birthday and all the other events that are going on around the world. It's amazing to be here, surrounded by amazing people from the Sangat, especially Cam. But no, I'm really enjoying the day today, and it's been a great event.
Yeah, but obviously you've done a fantastic job. You kept the ਸਾਥ ਸੰਗਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੀ ਨੌਕਰੀਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੇਸ ਕਤਲ ਕਈ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਵੀਰ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਥ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਵੀਰ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੇਸਦਾਰੀ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੇਂਦਰ 'ਚ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੇ ਬੜੀਆਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ and you want to youngest cricketers just tell us a bit about how your achievement was.
Well, obviously as Paji mentioned, I'm a professional cricketer and I play for Surrey and for the England Lions team, and yeah, I mean, as Paji mentioned about the case and following Sikhi as best as we can, you know, that should never be a hindrance, and I've never seen it as a hindrance, only as a positive thing in my life, and I'm so lucky that it makes me stand out all for the right reasons, and hopefully I can make the community proud and everyone that part of the community can see what we're doing.
Fantastic, Paji, thank you so much. ਸਾਥੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟੇ ਵੀਰ ਇਹ ਹੈਗੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਬਾਕਸਿੰਗ 'ਚ ਇਹਦੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਦੇਣ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੀਰ just tell first why you call just tell of your record and your achievements in boxing, the field of boxing.
I train alongside former heavyweight champion David Hay. I'm the first Sikh in England boxing history to win a national title.
Wow.
So the England board confirmed that to me. And you know, next year I have my professional debut. So I currently train alongside heavyweight contender Derek Chisora. So hopefully my professional debut will be in the next couple of months, and we'll have a date soon. And I can't wait.
That's absolutely amazing. ਸਾਥੀ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਬਾਕਸਿੰਗ ਕੇਂਦਰ 'ਚ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਮਾਣ ਗੱਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ well done first of all, congratulations to yourself and you know well done ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੇਸ ਰੱਖੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਰੱਖੀ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਦਾਂ ਅਮਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਭਾਜੀ ਨੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ so you live in that example. How hard has it been?
It's been tough. I mean, you know, facing these barriers, and also a few years ago there was a ban having a beard in amateur boxing. So, you know, facing that, having the board say, you know, you have to shave your beard, it really hurt me. You know, I grew up in a really religious household, and you know, I didn't want to do that. And because of that, I've only had a few amateur boxing fights. So to only have such a few and achieve so much, I'm really proud of what I've done. And you know, it's just how things have mapped out now. It's just fantastic.
We're happy for you, Paji, on the whole song that I'm rooting for you, and good luck in your career in the future. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Uncle ਜੀ ਦੱਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਅੱਜ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਰਿਹਾ
ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਰਿਹਾ ਔਰ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹੋਰ ਹੋਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਹਨ ਜੇ ਕਿ ਕੌਮ ਨੂੰ ਫੌਜਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਹੌਸਲਾ ਮਿਲੇ and that's what we need, especially the youngsters, and in a modern way and in a sophisticated way and you know in a very sort of presentable way as to you know how we contribute and affect and you know deliver to the society, as Imran Khan said and other speakers said.
Excellent.
And I think we need to build on that. We need to build our credibility. As you have said, even Prince Charles said he was so much inspired by Sikhism, and that is a great credit to our community, and that's what we stand for, and we you know will continue to aspire.
Excellent. ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਜੀ
Thank you. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki
Thank you. What did you make of today's event? Amazing. How many all the speakers, what they said, and how all the community came together to celebrate.
It's a fantastic evening. In fact, मैं कहना जो गुरु साहब गुरु नानक देव जी ने ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਕਰਾਉਣ ਦਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਰਫ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਰਫ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਪਰ ਬਾਕੀ ਦੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਵੀ ਇਕੱਠੀ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਭਰਾ ਵੀ ਅੱਜ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਹੈਗੇ ਸੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ KD ਵੀ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਸੀ so it's a great event it's a lovely event especially to have it in the City Hall London of all places and to be hosted by we've got the Sikh Network we've got Dr. Ankar Singh so everyone came together everyone who's brought this event together it's a fantastic thing I think we should do it more often we should give more recognition to the Sikh community to youngsters to charities to organisers it's an inspiration for everyone especially the youth and politics to see Preet here today to hear some of the other names from the Sikh community coming forward in politics as well it's a fantastic thing
thank you so much for your time buddy Khalsa please Sigi for Khalsa Eid ਬਹੁਤ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ throughout the world ਭਾਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੋਗੇ ਅੰਕਲ ਜੀ
ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਦਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਕਿਦਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦੇ 550 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਉਤਸਵ ਦੀ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ ਤੇ ਨਾਲੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜ਼ਰਸ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਦਕੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਨਮਾਨਿਤ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੇ ਬਸ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਹੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਕੁਛ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਹੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੇ ਸਿਰ ਤੇ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੰਗਤ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ ਬਸ ਸੰਗਤ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਏਡ ਦੇ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਓ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਤੋਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਤੁਰੀ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ
KTV is the only channel that supports Khalsa Aid by playing your adverts and giving you a show what would you like to say to KTV
thank you very much ਭਾਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਿਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਦਾ ਲੈ ਲਓ ਜਿਸ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਹਨੇਰਾ ਪਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਲਾਇਆ ਸੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਬਾਕੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੈਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ KTV ਵਾਲੇ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਤੇ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀਆਂ ਕਲਾ ਚ ਰਹੋ ਤੇ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹੋ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਏਡ ਨੂੰ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਜੀ ਸਾਥੀਓ ਜੀ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਭਾਈ ਹਰਮੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਭਾ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ one of the youngest general secretaries anywhere in any ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ and ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਖੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੁੱਛਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਲੱਗਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਫਰਸਟ ਐਂਡ ਫੋਰਮੋਸਟ ਸਮੂਹ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਵਧਾਈ ਹੋਵੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਗੁਰਪੁਰਬ ਦੀ ਆ and today we are in City Hall celebrating the being of Guru Nanak Dev Ji that mahan shakhsiyat Satguru Nanak Pargataya Miti Tunchak Janan Hoa. So Guru Nanak, that Satguru came to save us in this world of Kal Yug. And we're here at City Hall celebrating with Sikhs from across the UK, from across the world in fact. And on the wall behind you'll see three words: celebration, inspiration and recognition. And celebrating and the inspiration that Guru Nanak Sahib Ji has given us, and lastly acknowledging and recognising all those Sikhs who've done so much for the Qawm over the last year. And one special award was given today to Imran Khan, who fulfilled the ardasa of our Qawm for the last 70 years. Every day we do ardas. Jinna Gurdwara Gurtama de khulle darti dal baksho. So Imran Khan this year, within 5 minutes, what could have been done 70 years ago, managed to do in a few minutes, opened that langar for us. The ardasa we so longed for, those desires we wanted to do darshan, khulle darshan of Nankana Sahib, of Panja Sahib, of Kartarpur Sahib, we can now do it. And so this was such a beautiful event, such a great event, seeing brothers like Cam who do so much seva, all the other youngsters and the oldsters who are doing so much for the Qawm. It was a great event and look forward to next year.
The oldsters, I love that. This is some of the youngsters that come out with.
Well, you got to relate with everyone, so I can sit here talking in posh Boris language, or let's talk to ghetto London language.
Excellent, thank you so much for your time, bhai. Waheguru ji ka khalsa, waheguru ji fateh. ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿ ਹੁਣੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਅਪਾਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿ ਇਮਰਾਨ ਖਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਆਫ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ what a fantastic achievement and Imran Khan the Prime Minister of Pakistan has done and with me from the Pakistan Embassy we have the spokesperson for Imran Khan with us Bhai Sahab just introduce yourself to the Sangat of the viewers and thank you on behalf of every Sikh worldwide for what your government has achieved what others haven't done in 70 years.
Sahab, this is absolutely true. Can I talk in English?
Yes, you can.
You know, this cannot be denied. For 72 years, none of the two governments of Pakistan and India achieved what Imran Khan did it in the first year. He brought two religions together. He opened the area where the Sikh community, for them, that Kartarpur corridor is like Medina for the Muslim.
Yes.
Imagine that we are denied from visiting our own place of worship. That's what it was for the Sikh. And this is a message that he has sent to Prime Minister Modi and also to the world leaders, that peace and harmony is what I want. And peace and harmony will bring the people together. Today I'm delighted